Have you ever wondered why some crypto projects hold millions of users for years, while others rise like wildfire and collapse almost overnight? This is the burning question we're answering today, and it all comes down to Pi Network versus Hamster Kombat. Pi Network, a project that started quietly in 2019, still commands one of the most loyal communities in crypto despite never listing on a major exchange for years. On the other hand, Hamster Kombat exploded onto the scene in 2024, racking up hundreds of millions of players in just months, only to leave them disappointed after its official listing. So, what exactly did Pi Network get right, and where did Hamster Kombat fail? The answers might surprise you, and they could change the way you think about these projects forever. Let's start with the first and most important lesson: patience and community building. Pi Network understood from the beginning that crypto adoption is a marathon, not a sprint. They spent years slowly onboarding users, building mining apps, and nurturing trust even without immediate financial rewards. People mined Pi day after day because they believed in the vision, not just the short-term hype. Hamster Kombat, by contrast, skyrocketed in popularity in record time. It became a global sensation almost instantly thanks to its addictive tap-to-earn mechanic. But when the token finally hit exchanges, players realized that the listing price was far below expectations and the rewards were underwhelming. The excitement vanished as quickly as it came. The big lesson? Communities built on patience and long-term vision will always outlast those built on short-term hype. Next is utility before speculation, one of the biggest differences between these two projects. Pi Network knew it couldn't keep millions engaged on promises alone, so it steadily introduced tools and services. Pi domains, e-commerce integrations, a marketplace, and even plans for Pi ATMs that allow real-world transactions. These developments gave the token some perceived value beyond just waiting for a listing. Hamster Kombat, on the other hand, put almost all its energy into building hype for the airdrop and exchange debut. But when a token lists without any strong ecosystem or utility backing it, what happens? Holders sell. That's exactly why Hamster Kombat's listing day saw massive dumping and disappointment. Pi's slow, utility-first approach kept people believing, while Hamster Kombat's hype-only model triggered a crash. Another critical factor is transparency and communication. Pi Network has had plenty of critics for being slow and overly cautious, but they've maintained open communication with their community. Whether it's announcing migration phases, updating progress on the open mainnet, or introducing new apps, they consistently remind users that progress is happening. People may be impatient, but they stay because they see direction. Hamster Kombat did the opposite. With sudden announcements, confusing withdrawal processes, and unclear reward structures, players were left blindsided. The lack of clear updates created mistrust, and in crypto, once trust is broken, it's nearly impossible to rebuild. Then there's global accessibility and inclusion. Pi Network always understood that not every country has equal access to major exchanges, so it kept mining open to anyone with a phone, regardless of their location. It found ways to keep pioneers engaged no matter where they lived. Hamster Kombat failed here in a major way. Its strong tie-in with OKX meant that players in restricted regions like the US, Canada, Nigeria, or Ghana were left stranded without alternatives. This created frustration, especially when other exchanges like Bybit or Binance could have been integrated sooner. In a supposedly borderless digital economy, excluding millions of users is a fatal flaw. Finally, let's talk about long-term vision versus short-term hype. Pi Network always framed itself as a project for the future. They made it clear that wealth wouldn't come overnight, and adoption would take time. Whether you liked their slow pace or not, you couldn't deny that they were focused on building a lasting ecosystem. Hamster Kombat leaned into the opposite. Their strategy revolved around quick fame, rapid growth, and an explosive listing. But when the listing failed to meet expectations, the community's patience snapped. In crypto, hype burns fast, but long-term strategy is what keeps a project alive. So, what's the takeaway? Hamster Kombat can still recover, but only if it starts learning from Pi Network's playbook. Slow down the hype machine, invest in real utility, communicate clearly, and build global accessibility. Without those changes, Hamster Kombat risks becoming just another viral project that faded away after its first listing. And here's where I want to hear from you. Do you think Hamster Kombat can actually adapt and make these changes, or is it already too late? Drop your opinion in the comments because this is a debate every player and investor needs to weigh in on. And if you want to keep getting insights into the future of crypto projects like these, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update.